Welcome back to the 535. I'm Brody Mullins. Today we have Mike Efaw, the National Legislative Director of the Brotherhood of Railroad Signalmen. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you, Brody.
So tell us about your union. More than 100 years old, 10,000 members. Who do you represent and what do you do?
Yeah, that's the Brotherhood of Railroad Signalmen was founded in 1901. It's our 125th year. We have a convention this year, and it's going to be a big celebration over that. So our members, we install, maintain, repair, and take care of the railroad signal systems that keep the trains on the right track and keep them from running into one another. We take care of the grade crossings, and I like to use a phrase that Congressman Ruley told me. Grade crossings are where trains meet towns. And we take care of those systems as well as safety devices such as everybody's familiar with hotbox detectors after the East Palestine train derailment. So that's a big safety.
So you're sort of the human protectors of rail safety out there for cargo and freight.
Indeed. We take care of all of the safety items, and we make sure that the trains run safely and efficiently.
Right. So let's talk about a couple of big regulatory issues that are going on right now that are affecting you guys.
Yes.
We'll start with the rail merger, $85 billion merger between UP, Union Pacific, and Norfolk Southern.
Yes.
Lots of companies for this merger, lots of companies against this merger. Where are you guys?
Okay, where the BRS stands, we think that this is just a terrible, terrible decision or potential merger, and there are many issues, but the four big ones for us are safety, competition, service, and accountability. We think all of those will suffer in a merger of this size. We have seen mergers in the past, and it has definitely affected those four areas.
Now, for those who are not following, this is an $85 billion merger between two of the four biggest railroads in the country. An application was submitted last year, not accepted for sort of bureaucratic reasons. The application was resubmitted April 30th, and now we're in another review period. How do you get your voice and your message out into that process? Is it talking to Congress? Is it talking to the administration?
A little bit of both. Plus, we joined a coalition, Stop the Rail Merger Coalition, and it has been a great voice, and they have really put our concerns forward, and we're proud to be in that coalition. And I think we are making some good headway on letting members of Congress and beyond know the potential consequences of making a single transcontinental railroad that would be so powerful. It would be detrimental and probably promulgate more mergers in the future.
So it's sort of amazing. So far, the Trump administration, as Republicans, have allowed a lot more mergers than we sort of thought so far. There was a big merger earlier this year last year with Hewlett-Packard Enterprises and Juniper Networks in the tech space. This seems to be the merger that's getting the most pushback from companies, from rail consumers, which is the chemical manufacturers, the Farm Bureau, and now you guys. So how would this merger make things less safe for rails?
Well, number one, it would dominate the industry. It would be so large that the other railroads would be kind of squeezed out of a lot of issues. And when you get one railroad with that much power, they're going to really have their own way to do what they want, and they're worried about getting their freight from point A to point B, and that is it.
So for my entire life and for the last 100 years, the Democratic Party and labor unions have sort of been working hand in hand.
Yes.
But you just hired a Republican firm, CGCN, to try to advocate for you in Washington. Why is that? Why cross the aisle?
The BRS decided to partner with CGCN because this is a very critical time for rail in our country with the proposed merger. With the surface transportation reauthorization coming up, and regulators are looking at rolling back regulations on signal systems, on highway grade crossings, like I said, where trains meet towns, and other safety devices that really are the backbone of rail safety. So that is going to be one of the main issues we believe that really suffer. And CGCN is that partner that we think can get our message out and tell all of the important lawmakers. And that's how we're going to get noticed, because when we did our homework, CGCN came up and they seem to be the best group to partner with.
Interesting. There are lots of other issues going on here. You mentioned the surface transportation bill, which could be marked up next week. This is a $500 billion bill.
Yes. There's
a push to include this J.D. Vance railroad safety regulation. Where do you see that playing out? Where do you stand?
I am worried at the way they have gone about this bill. We have been kept in the dark on any legislative text. So without knowing what's in it, we don't know if we're going to be able to be for it or against it. And with a markup coming so soon, I don't know where we're going to stand on that. So it could be watered down stuff. I don't understand why they would take the vice president, when he was then senator of Ohio. It was his bill. Why would you mess with his bill when it was a good bill to begin with?
Well, that's another way of describing how interesting things are these days. We've got the vice president, a Republican, teaming up with unions, trying to push railroad safety regulations against the railroad industry and the rest of the Republican Party. I mean, the normal political alliances have really been scrambled in D.C.
You know, that's a great question. And this administration has been great on rail safety. There's nothing that they have done in the rail space that has concerned the BRS because they are for rail safety. They have voiced it. It is on record, this administration. Plus, we have had some other issues up in Long Island. We are having issues up there, and the administration seems to be having our back. We had a presidential emergency board, which all of the arbitrators were picked by the administration, the president himself, and they ruled our way. So this administration's been pretty good for us when it comes to rail issues.
Fascinating. Do you think you'd ever hear yourself say that this Republican administration has been good for unions?
Actually, I did not think I would ever say that.
Mike Efaw, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. We'll be back after the break with Ben Brubeck, continuing to talk about union and Republican issues. Thanks for joining us.